Hello and welcome to the Regent Seven Seas Cruises family. How do we differ from everybody else out there in the marketplace? It's quite simple. We're an unrivaled experience, and that means every luxury is included. To simplify that for you, you're not going to have to put your hand in your pocket unless you really want to for the duration of that cruise. So we do include the flights, the transfers, the specialty dining, the premium drinks, the service charges and the gratuities. Unlimited Wi-Fi throughout the vessel will be included, but the real icing on the cake for us is the fact that we include a wonderful choice of unlimited shore excursions within every single port of call. So as I've just said, really and truly, you will not need to put your hand in your pocket unless you really want to for the duration of that cruise. And that really is skimming the surface of what we do include as a company. We are also providing you with the world's most luxurious fleet, the new standard in luxury cruising. And we've got a wonderful fleet of ships here. We class those ships as medium-sized ships with a small ship mentality. As a company, we really believe that space is a luxury element, so we give it to you in abundance. The smallest addition to our fleet has a grand total of only 490 guests on board. The largest has only 750 on board. So you're never going to have thousands of guests on board. It's all about relaxation and space for us as a company. Now I want to take you on a Regent journey, if I may. So I want you to just imagine that we're all off on holiday and it's embarkation day and we're about to board the world's most luxurious ship, the Seven Seas Explorer. Now it is an early embarkation from midday onwards. It's a wonderful start to your holiday. You're going to stroll up the gangway. You're going to be greeted immediately by one of our senior officers. It could be the captain or perhaps the cruise director, who will welcome you back to your home away from home for the next 7 nights. So you enter into this wonderful atrium. You're going to be greeted there immediately with a white glove service and a glass of champagne will be handed to you upon arrival. Now, the Seven Seas Explorer has the absolute wow factor when you step on board, because in that atrium is this magnificent chandelier and it really does take your breath away. So you've got your glass of champagne and you're strolling around the vessel, and you're going to notice the millions that have been spent on the interior of this ship, from the wonderful artwork in the public spaces to the almost 2 acres of Italian marble, 473 crystal chandeliers featured on board. They have spared no expense whatsoever, but it's all very tastefully done. Now you're making your way to your suite. For this sailing, you've chosen our Deluxe Veranda Suite. Just to let you know about the suite sizes range on the Explorer from 307 square feet of space, which is the size of a superior queen room at the London Savoy, and the top suite on board is the Regent Suite, starting at 4,443 square feet of space. It's absolutely huge, but the lovely thing about the Regent experience is the fact that you're going to find there is absolutely no upstairs downstairs mentality on board, and it is all suite accommodation, no cabins on board any of our ships whatsoever, as well as all balcony accommodation on board the Seven Seas Explorer. So you go to your Deluxe Veranda Suite, you're going to be met there by the room stewardess, who is again going to know you by name. She's going to welcome you back to your home away from home. Make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're settled in. Your luggage will all be there ready and waiting for you. And as you step into that suite, you'll see there's a king-size elite slumber bed, fully reclining chairs out on your private balcony, a marble appointed bathroom in here, really stunning, as well as a huge walk-in wardrobe as part of that suite as well. Now you've had quite a long day of travelling, so you decide to take an early night. So you get into that lovely slumber bed there with your Egyptian cotton sheets and have a lovely evening's rest. Waking up feeling completely refreshed in the morning. You decide to go and freshen up in your marble appointed bathroom, and the amenities in there will be L'Occitane, but they can go all the way up to Guerlain depending on your suite grade and category. Suddenly there's a knock at your door and it's your room stewardess, and you remember you ordered breakfast yesterday, and she's there right on time to come through and set your table exactly as it would be in the restaurants on your private balcony and serve you breakfast. What a wonderful way to start your morning. It's now 10 o'clock and it's time for one of your very own free shore excursions that you pre-booked. We are cruising around Alaska for this 7-night itinerary, and for that 7-night trip there are up to 44 free shore excursions to choose from. The port of call we're in today is Ketchikan, and you've chosen the George Crabbe and Inlet Fest as your shore excursion choice. So you are going to be given a safety briefing from the team. You'll then board a 36-foot pontoon boat. They're going to take you out across these beautiful fjords where you're going to see 2,000 feet cascading waterfalls, snow-capped mountains. You'll then sail into a remote estuary where you'll actually assist the crew with pulling up crab pots before going back to the lodge and sampling the very best in Alaskan hospitality with a delicious crab meal. It's a 4-hour excursion. You have an absolutely wonderful day, and it's time to get back on board the ship. Back on board, it's now afternoon tea at 3 time, and you make your way to the observation lounge where your cruise director will be there ready and waiting for you. You're going to have a beautiful afternoon tea service with an afternoon trivia, and because we're imagining this scenario, of course you win that trivia. It's now time to go back to your suite and get ready for the evening's entertainment. And as you're getting ready in your suite, you suddenly hear a very rare announcement over the tannoy, and it is very rare for us as a company, but it is the captain's voice that you hear over the tannoy system, and he's telling you to come out of your suite and meet and greet your neighbours. This is our Regent famous block party. It's fantastic fun. You come out of your suite into the corridor there, everybody will be out of their suites, the bar staff will be there serving wine and champagne, and what happens is the cruise director and the captain make their way around every single deck, running and greeting every single one of you outside of your suite. So it's a really, really wonderful way to meet everybody on board the ship, and a really personalised way to meet the senior officers on board as well. Now, after the block party, it's time to head out for dinner, and tonight you've made a reservation in our specialty restaurant on board, Pacific Rim, our Pan-Asian themed restaurant on the Explorer. As you approach the restaurant, the first thing you'll see is a huge Tibetan prayer wheel featured outside, made of bronze, 90 individual barrels, and retails at $500,000. And as you walk into the restaurant, you'll see lotus-shaped windows, traditional Japanese rain chains, Chinese screens. There's a whole lineup of waitresses ready and waiting to escort you to your private table for 2 tonight. It's all female staff in here, and the lighting and the ambience they create really does give you the impression that you could be dining in a boutique chic restaurant actually in Tokyo. Now, once you're sat down at your table, there'll be a sommelier there to offer tonight's wine pairings, or of course you can select your own. Remember, it's all complimentary, and you're selecting from that menu tonight. There's a miso black cod options, Canadian tempura lobster. There's an extensive dim sum and sushi menu featured here as well, and you can select anything you like from those menus. No signing, no handing your room key over. We know you're going to have a fantastic time with all of the food and beverage on board this ship, as well as the rest of the fleet as well. On board the Seven Seas Explorer, there's an incredible choice of 7 dining options, so plenty of choice and plenty of options for everybody. Now, after dinner, you're going to head to the forward of the Seven Seas Explorer to our 2-tier theatre. That's the Constellation Theatre for tonight's production show with our fantastic cast on board, and the show tonight is Revolution, so it takes you all the way back to the 60s. It's a Broadway style production show with all of the technical elements of a Las Vegas style show. It's a fantastic evening of entertainment. After the show, you're not quite ready to go to bed, so you head to the Explorer's many lounges and bars, and the one that you've chosen tonight is the Explorer Lounge. And as you walk into the lounge, there is a 3-piece residential show band up here keeping everybody entertained. The martinis are flowing, everybody's up dancing, and you dance the night away before heading back to your suite, where your room stewardess has turned down the suite ready and waiting for you. Now, this is just a couple of examples of what you could perhaps do with Regent Seven Seas Cruises. There is so much more to do and see with us as a company. I will urge you to please have a look at our Regent Seven Seas Cruises website. In the Discover More section, we actually have virtual tours, and they showcase these ships beautifully. They are almost like boutique hotels rather than cruise ships, and they all vary in layout, configuration and design. So it does all go back again to choice and preference. Now, with all of the entertainment on board, you're going to have your own personalised experience always, because we do give you industry leading space to guest ratios. Just to give you an example of this, the Seven Seas Explorer is a 56,000 ton vessel carrying only 750 guests on board. The ship could easily accommodate well over 2,000 guests, and probably would do if she was a mainstream supplier. So she really is industry leading in space to guest ratio, as well as crew to guest ratio with 552 crew members to cater for the 750 guests on board. So you can be as involved in the entertainment as you like, but you can also be as completely uninvolved as you like. It is completely your own choice and preference. And remember, with us as a company, it's all about being an unrivaled experience and every luxury included. So if you didn't listen to a word I've said for this virtual event, the one thing I want you to take away from this is that it is not what you pay to get on the ship, it's what you pay to get off of the ship. Now, as a thank you for attending today's virtual event, there is of course an event offer in place, and it's exclusive for you to use for the next 10 days. It works like so. You'll be entitled to a reduced booking deposit of 10%, as well as $200 shipboard credit per suite, and a saving of £100 off per person, or a maximum save of £750 off per person, depending on the suite grade and the length of the itinerary. And you can see all of the details up on the screen right now. We'll also be emailing you all a copy of that event offer. If you would like to take advantage, you must do so via the travel agent that's invited you to today's virtual event. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all on board very soon. Thank you very much.